Darkness Rising Part 2, Chapter 6. Kylie, Jack, and Lucy had already claimed the mighty element gems, 7 pieces of raw, untamed power that could manipulate fire, water, ice, wind, grass, light, and dark. Their ambitions, however, were far from fulfilled. The trio had one more crucial piece to add to their collection, the Golden Floyd. Legends told of this ancient relic, a golden statue with immense spiritual significance. The Golden Floyd was said to be a vessel, not just of gold, but of a captured soul, a powerful, ethereal force. However, this soul wasn't just any spirit. It was the essence of someone long lost to time, a being capable of immense power once revived. The trio had learned that to make their conquest truly unstoppable, they needed to channel that soul into an animatronic being, creating a hybrid of human spirit and mechanical might. And so, with their element gems in hand, the trio ventured deep into the jungle of Zimbabwe, a place where the very air seemed charged with magic. Hidden within this wild expanse, protected by centuries-old enchantments, stood a weathered temple where the Golden Floyd awaited its next wielder. The journey wasn't easy. As they hacked their way through the thick foliage, the trio couldn't help but feel the weight of the jungle's ancient energy pressing in on them. The sun's rays barely filtered through the towering trees, leaving them in near constant twilight. Jack, with his sharp eyes, scanned the dense undergrowth. It should be just beyond this ridge. The temple's hidden, but the magic is strong. We'll have to be careful. Kylie's gaze was cold and calculating. I don't care about magic or traps. I care about the Golden Floyd. Lucy, who had been quietly summoning ice crystals to cool the oppressive humidity, spoke softly. We're not here to just take it. We're here to claim it for our own. The soul within it will be ours to control. The jungle seemed to close in on them as they approached the temple. The air grew heavier, and the sounds of the wild fell silent. They stepped into the ruins, where ancient stone pillars towered above them, covered in vines and moss. At the center, perched on a stone altar, was the Golden Floyd. It glinted faintly in the dim light, its form striking, a golden humanoid statue, poised in a way that seemed almost lifelike. Kylie approached the altar, feeling the pull of the relic. It's beautiful, but not enough, she muttered, her hand hovering just above the statue. The element gems in her pocket hummed with anticipation, as if they could sense the power radiating from the Golden Floyd. Let's get it, Jack said, stepping forward. He placed a hand on the statue, and immediately, the ground beneath them began to tremble. A deep, rumbling voice echoed through the temple, and a shadowy figure appeared in front of them. The guardian of the Golden Floyd had awoken. A massive, ethereal beast emerged from the shadows, its body a swirling mass of ancient jungle magic, eyes glowing with fierce intensity. It was a protector, tasked with ensuring that only the worthy could claim the Golden Floyd. Kylie stepped forward, her force field materializing around her like a shimmering wall of power. We've already earned our place in this world. We don't need permission to take what's ours. Jack, lightning crackling at his fingertips, smirked. You're just a relic. Get out of our way. Lucy, ice forming around her hands, took a deep breath. Let's freeze this guardian in its tracks. The trio combined their power. Kylie summoned her metallic monster, Frank, to take on the guardian head-on. Jack unleashed bolts of lightning that sizzled in the air, while Lucy created a powerful blizzard, freezing the jungle's humidity into a freezing storm of ice and snow. The guardian fought back, slashing at them with tendrils of shadow, but they were too strong. With a combined strike, Kylie's force field shattered the guardian's form, and Jack's final bolt of lightning obliterated it in a burst of energy. As the guardian faded into the ether, Kylie, Lucy, and Jack stood victorious. With the path cleared, Kylie approached the Golden Floyd and gently lifted it from the altar. Now, let's go claim our prize. The ritual at Hasbear's Pizzeria. With the Golden Floyd in their possession, the trio turned their attention to the next phase of their plan, Harold Hasbear's Pizzeria. The location wasn't just a forgotten amusement spot. It was the perfect place to carry out their dark ritual. The animatronic Harold Hasbear, a large, menacing bear designed to entertain children in days long past, was the key to binding the Golden Floyd's soul into a living machine. When they arrived, the pizzeria was eerie, its neon signs flickering in the night, its windows covered in grime, and the once lively interior now a place of neglect and shadows. Inside, the animatronics stood motionless, the air thick with the remnants of old magic. But none of them were of any interest to the trio, only Harold Hasbear himself. The animatronic bear was old, his joints rusty, his fur stained from years of wear. But Kylie knew that with the right ritual, he could become the perfect vessel for the Golden Floyd's soul. "This is it," Kylie said, her eyes glowing with determination. "With the element gems and the power of the Golden Floyd, we will transform him into something much more than an animatronic." Jack cracked his knuckles. "Let's bring him to life and make him ours." Lucy stepped forward, holding the Golden Floyd high. The element gems, each in its own enchanted casing, pulsed with power. She placed the Golden Floyd into Harold Hasbear's chest cavity, where a mechanical heart would normally lie. The trio gathered around, their eyes focused on the task at hand. Kylie began to channel each of the gems, their energy forming a swirling vortex around the animatronic. "This is the beginning of the end," she murmured, her voice a low growl. Jack raised his hands, and bolts of lightning crackled through the air, surging into Harold's circuits, amplifying the power of the ritual. Lucy summoned an icy mist, her breath freezing the air around them, ensuring that the magic would remain contained and precise. Together, they combined the energy of the gems. As they did, the Golden Floyd began to glow brightly. The soul of George Floyd, a being whose very essence was now infused with the elemental power, stirred inside the golden statue. It felt the raw energy coursing through it, and with a flash of light, the soul surged into Harold Hasbear's mechanical body. The pizzeria seemed to tremble as Harold Hasbear's eyes snapped open. The soul of George Floyd, now inhabiting the machine, roared to life, filling the room with an overwhelming force of will. Kylie smiled, her eyes filled with triumph. "We've done it? Harold Hasbear is no longer just an animatronic. He is a vessel of untold power, driven by the soul of George Floyd." Jack grinned. "Now we have an unstoppable weapon." Lucy laughed, her icy breath swirling in the cold air. "And the world will soon know the true meaning of power." As Harold Hasbear rose, his massive frame towering over them, the pizzeria fell silent. The trio, empowered by the element gems and the soul of George Floyd, had achieved their goal. They were no longer just dark figures of ambition. They were gods among mortals. The world, it seemed, had no choice but to kneel before them.